What do you know is true without evidence? What are you certain of, right down to your bones, without proof? Teresa travel agency that's been around in my town for as long as I can remember. I wholeheartedly believe it's a front for the mob. You better keep quiet or you'll be taking an unexpected trip. We'll send you on a nice, long vacation. I've always wanted to see a comic about the mob telling some guy that he'll be sleeping with the fishes. Cut to the next screen and the guy is coming out of some underwater cave as a cigarette-smoking fish in lingerie comes out and in her raspiest smoker's voice, tells the guy to swim by any time. Do you write cutaways for Family Guy? Edit, I got silver for this comment. Is this what accomplishment feels like? He is a manatee. My brother deleted my game save on purpose. He was old enough to read, he knew what he was doing. Most of this is just busy work. My sister ate the whole ice cream box without asking my parents. Edit, I'm sorry to disappoint you guys, but she didn't leave any ice cream. I don't know what happened to the box. Like the box too. Maybe it was just the box. That a lot more famous actors than we realize are secretly the children of other famous actors from the previous generation. I call it the Hollywood bastard theory. A startling number of famous actors and musicians had rich or famous parents already connected in the industry. It seems the outsider making it big is more and more rare. That my last boss secretly hated me even though we had, on the surface, a very positive relationship. My boss acted like we were friendly and encouraged me to be open with her. And then I got fired out of nowhere. So, that was obviously an act. Edit, I get it y'all. Huge mistake on my own part to trust this person. Lesson duly learned. I got fired for being honest on my annual review. She said I was obviously unhappy with my job and that I was too hard on myself. Like, I just said that I needed improvement in specific areas. I was comparing myself to people who had been in my position for over 20 years. Yeah, I'm gonna give myself a 35. I was too hard on myself. Look lady, you're just too hard on yourself. You're a lot better than you give yourself credit for. So, anyway, you're fired. You're just not at the level we need you. You're just not at the level of delusion we need you. Life on other planets. Not green one-eyes aliens but even insects and things like that. Same. The universe is way too big for us to be the only ones out there. Here's a good point Neil deGrasse Tyson makes, we're not even made of odd stuff. Excepting helium which is inert, we're pretty much made of the most common elements in the universe. Carbon is the most chemically fertile element, so it's no surprise we're carbon-based. Plenty of carbon throughout the universe. It can't be just us, the numbers are just too staggering and the material to make life as we know it is everywhere. George R.R. Martin will never finish the last Game of Thrones book. Conspiracy theory, Hess doing it intentionally so he will never have to risk writing a bad ending, and after his death, his books will remain legendary status forever, just like every other unfinished great projects amused. I doubt they will receive legendary status if unfinished, as the whole thing has been sullied by the TV show and the prolonged wait that many fans don't even care anymore about the next book. I think the series will be used more as a warning tale for future writers to avoid the same mistakes as Martin, especially don't make a story so complex you struggle to follow it yourself. Burger King hash browns are just tater tots. Aren't McDonald's hash browns essentially big tater tots? That my cousin stole my holographic first edition Charizard Pokemon card back in the early 2000s. I exist. And if it really is all the Matrix, I don't have any bones anyway. Blue pill please. I forgot, what do the red and blue pills stand for? Red pill is the woke pill. You know the truth and reject the Matrix. Blue pill is the chill pill. Duck that real shit, they'd rather live in blissful ignorance in the Matrix. Edit, I'm talking about the movie, by the by. I think I was going for a kinda hybrid between the two red pill meanings. Apologies for any misunderstanding. You take the blue pill, the story ends, you wake up in your bed and believe whatever you want to believe. You take the red pill, you stay in Wonderland, and I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes. What if you eat both pills? Purple haze. Now excuse me, while I kiss this guy. I'll never leave your pizza burning. Flat earthers are just doing it for attention. They really don't think the earth is flat. That's how it started off, sure. I think it was circular. There was a very small group of people who absolutely believed the earth was flat. Then a bunch of people hopped on for attention. But now I fear some of those people got lost and truly believe themselves now in their delusion. Y'all, the question says without evidence. Exactly. Here's what I know for sure without any evidence, proceeds to give all the evidence. I think if someone says without evidence and your only evidence is anecdotal, then that's still in the spirit of the question. If I'm stuck in traffic and switch lanes because the other lane looks like it will move faster, the lane I just switched from will automatically go faster. However, if you don't switch lanes, your lane will still go slow. So go ahead and switch lanes. Even though it doesn't change your commute time, it speeds it up for the rest of us. And to avoid cognitive bias, notice the moments when your lane is moving faster than the other. It will balance you out. Also, stick to the unwritten rule of not switching lanes unless you're sure that it will be beneficial to you. You look like an absolute douche when you cut someone off in traffic, and you get embarrassed when the person behind you passes you. Sometimes it's better for your mental health to not switch. Life exists outside of Earth. I can't imagine a universe where we are the only life. It would defy all odds that we're the only living thing in an endless space of planets. Each star in the sky has the potential for life, and there are so many more we can't see. I'm really ducking lucky. But like in a subtle way, like if Teresa 95% chance he'll get hurt doing something stupid, he'll come out unscathed. Sometimes I think Teresa guardian angel watching over me, making sure I don't kill myself by being an idiot. Ruth Tree could fall into a dumpster full of dicks and come out sucking his thumb. Deja vu comes from previous dreams. Holy shit, I thought I was the only one. I'll go through something and then think, I had a dream about this several weeks ago. I can read very useless parts of the future. It's a phenomenon called deja rev, and I get it occasionally. I remember it started when I was a kid. 2 years later I go on a school trip to an art gallery and bam, Therese, that still image that I remember from that one dream. I get them every now and then, and they happen months or years in advance. It's very strange. My most recent one is I was in an airport, and a plane crashed into the top of the building, and I felt extreme heat and I woke up. Definitely shitting myself for my next few flights now. I have this too pretty often, sometimes whole conversations. Me too. I'll be talking to someone and it will just hit me that I dreamt about the worst case scenario in this conversation. Sometimes, I'll even dream about me telling a person that I had a dream about the conversation we're having. It's so weird, but sometimes useful to know how someone is going to react if I mention a certain topic thing. There is some Godzilla shit at the bottom of our oceans. Deep sea gigantism will not fail me. If it's any consolation, if giants do exist down there, they will probably stay down there. Ocean creatures tend to stay in their zone of water pressure because that's what their bodies have adapted to. Some have more range than others. Ever seen a blobfish? Ever seen what a blobfish is supposed to look like at the depth it's supposed to live at? It gets all ducked up when it gets brought to the surface because of the water pressure differential. See also, giant squids. One of the only reasons we know they exist is because they die and float up here, or are very close to death and can't maintain proper buoyancy. They don't want to be up here, they prefer the crushing blackness. God, I'd be terrified to be that deep, and imagine, you hit what you think is the bottom, and you're insanely deep, like, you were exploring the Mariana Trench, and then you find a cave, think it's just going to be small, you start exploring, you get lost, you find some creepy shit, so many things that could kill, drowning in beasts, scary edit, I love Subnautica, and have almost beaten it, ghost leviathans and the big red and blue ones don't scare me, I like the ocean and its wonders, it's just the super deep without anything breaking the void but monsters bits that scare me. Or worse, you hit what you think is the bottom, only to realize you're stood on some huge sleeping sea monster.